The president's most recent assaults on the media and his commentators can't shroud his organization's disappointments. President Donald Trump soared over the Twitterverse this end of the week, going up against the individuals who have given him poor audits for his reaction to the helpful emergency and storm-attacked Puerto Rico. On Saturday, some of this was coordinated at the leader of San Juan, Carmen Yulin Cruz, who has been reproachful of Trump's reaction to the disaster. Some of it was coordinated at Puerto Ricans themselves, whom the president felt were excessively excited for presence. Trump stirred on Sunday, still on a war balance, apparently ignorant of a portion of the vital, long-haul political costs he may have brought about by taking part in unsafe, multi-front fights over his execution amid the help exertion. He additionally took another minute to slap around the media. Trump's media slurs are not really the most critical feature of the progressing disaster in Puerto Rico. Dissimilar to some other Trump focuses on, the media can give at least somewhat great. Furthermore, jumping on the media bodes well for Trump, given how disliked the media is everywhere and how particularly abhorred it is among the president's political base. Be that as it may, POTUS versus the media is still of note in light of the dread that vitalizes the president's assaults. He isn't slagging the media just to score political focuses. Trump is pursuing a war on the press due to the part it plays in recording, now and then defectively, what happens continuously surrounding us and amid nerve-wracking occasions, for example, those in Puerto Rico. The president is pursuing a war on the media as a major aspect of his war on people in general's aggregate memory. By sowing questions about reality of what's happening, Trump wants to protect his own notoriety for being the White House's reaction to the emergency keeps on being surveyed by the general population, both political gatherings and, obviously, Puerto Ricans themselves. There are additionally two mainstays of the U.S. reaction to the emergency that Trump is purposefully conflating to occupy, the conveyance of provisions and administrations expected to enable Puerto Rico to recuperate, and his own authority in the course of recent days. From a boots-on-the-ground point of view, the government reaction to the two tropical storms that cleared over the Caribbean and battered Texas and Florida before Hurricane Maria struck was aggressive and very much arranged. A huge number of government workforce were sent, around 31,000 individuals for Hurricane Harvey and more than 40,000 for Hurricane Irma, alongside bounteous supplies of sustenance and water. The reaction to Hurricane Maria, the third real sea tempest in a month to make landfall in the U.S. also, overturn lives, has been more quieted. Around 10,000 government faculty are as of now in Puerto Rico. The U.S. Armed Force General organizing the military reaction said on Friday that he needs more workforce than that, alongside more supplies. Critical measures of nourishment, water and restorative supplies have arrived, but since of strategic difficulties, they've been heaping up on San Juan's docks as opposed to achieving the islands inside. The U.S. military's reaction has additionally been substantially less forceful than the braver alleviation execution it offered in 2010 in Haiti after quakes shook that nation. As per government information, as of Saturday evening the majority of Puerto Rico's 3.4 million individuals were all the while battling with no power, water and fuel deficiencies, restricted access to therapeutic supplies, practically non-existent cell phone benefit, and difficult-to-reach streets. 11 days have gone since Hurricane Maria hit the island, and a few journalists there say that inhabitants and the military alike need more from the White House. Be that as it may, the military and other government faculty are presently buckling down in Puerto Rico. They tried to set up help before the tempest hit, and fighters met as of late seem to have been accessible to the media and straightforward about examining the alleviation exertion. Whatever oversights have been made en route will apparently be tended to. Trump has utilized his Twitter channel to adjust himself to the military and other government staff in Puerto Rico. Reactions about the U.S. reaction to the emergency in Puerto Rico haven't just been about people on call, or first Rs, or the scale and conveyance of government help to the island, be that as it may. They have likewise been established in profound disappointment and aversion for the president's authority, which he unquestionably knows and is the reason he needs to rally around the people on call. For a few days after Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, Trump had nothing to say in regards to it. Rather, he went over the edge denouncing against proficient competitors for talking their brains about racial foul play in the U.S. When he said something regarding Puerto Rico, he underlined the island's monetary issues as opposed to offering a nitty-gritty help design. He took to the wireless transmissions, in full publicity mode, to spout about the unbelievable occupation he was doing in Puerto Rico. And after that, on Saturday, while weekending in Bedminster, New Jersey, he took shots at Cruz, who, 1,600 miles away, had been swimming chest somewhere down in water attempting to convey cause and thoughtfulness regarding the inhabitants of her city. A Bloomberg View publication called attention to a typical component of these reactions from the president: he doesn't appear to comprehend that Puerto Ricans are American residents, which was likewise a signal for Alec Baldwin on Saturday Night Live. None of this adds up to effortless, educated, excellent authority. As Martin Dempsey, a resigned U.S. Armed Force general and previous leader of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, brought up on his Twitter channel on Sunday, also pioneers are spurred by comes about not surveys, achievements not honors, quietude not hubris. At the point when Trump propelled his current incendiary assault on proficient competitors, he attempted to turn a short time later by situating the dust-up as something about patriotism and regarding the banner as opposed to what it truly was, an open deliberation about race relations and social equality in the U.S. Pushed back on his foot-sole areas by feedback about how rapidly he perceived and pointed out the emergency in Puerto Rico, Trump is attempting to stow away by reshaping any feedback as an assault on people on call and the military. That is just not the totality of what's in play, and it clarifies the White House's rehashed assaults on reality. Trump's authority, abilities and qualities are being addressed, by the media and others, and the president doth challenge excessively.